So, good morning everyone. My name is Vamsi. My group and I, as you just saw, will demonstrate something. Today we're going to talk about eyewitness. So, introduction is, I want you all to do something for me. All you have to do is, take out your phone, just use it. Social media, anything. You want to text anybody, or you can do anything you want.
Hello?
Just text. Just keep yourself busy, anything.
Hey, Bob, where is my money? You just transfer my money, so already not enough to me to pay my. So, here's my I want to pay.
Right?
But I will come again, 3 days and 3 days. If you don't have, I will kill you. Swear. Interesting.
Right, so you didn't keep yourself busy. Alright, never mind. Alright, so what you saw just now, and what we saw is just a crime. Now pretend I'm dead, and Officer Desmond has brought in 2 suspects. And the suspects will walk in anytime. Yeah, they're coming in. They're coming in. They're coming in. Still coming in. Alright, so these are 2 suspects. So, one is completely clean. He has no parking ticket, no summon, nothing. This guy was convicted for 23 years for grand larceny and grand theft auto. So if I were to ask you, just raise your hand. Who was the person who just came in? Was it Man? Oh, was it Chin?
No, it's
One deserves prison.
Yes. Alright. So you convicted an innocent man to jail forever. Because it was obviously him. Of course you knew it was him. He didn't have a hoodie. But certain times when the glass is too dark, you can always get it wrong. As you can see, both of them have the same height, same jacket and everything else. But if they were to wear a hoodie and a mask, you can always detect them with the shoe. And what you could tell the officer was that he had my bank account number, and the bank account number could be traced back to the perpetrator. So the question is are eyewitnesses reliable? Stay tuned as my friend will present more.
Now we talk about the reliability. What is that the reliability is the reliable? Actually, according to the university stat that our memory is not reliable as we think. And some people if they maybe don't have many think about they have the 3 psychology factor. First one is recollective memory, and another one is anxiety and stress, and the last one is bias. And these 3 of the factors will make the eyewitness testimonial. And actually, recollective memory can be defined as a process that you can recall back about your memory. Just now, when we want to recall back their memory, and you will know about their witnesses. And another one is found that to understanding that reliability of eyewitnesses. Actually, another one is the anxiety. They studied by the 2 guys, which is to you and 1986. They say that that is very important of the stress can be include the eyewitness stress, and sometimes it's not very accurate, because if you we have the shout is very big, you will be scared, and then you will be after a few months later you will be very deep in pressure, that you will test again and you will get fined. Another one is it's very accurate because you feel the very pressure or stress when we have the action is very noisy. And another one is bias, is they test and the tight and press, and you want to detect that guys, you will see the skin color or their face, their physical appearance. Okay, that's all.
graphs and statistics, you can see that eyewitnesses are the most common mistakes to be made, which cause wrongful convictions. And based on these statistics, the jurors have expected high accuracy from eyewitnesses because they were at the scene. But after the statistics, you can see that the actual accuracy of eyewitnesses was extremely low. Of all evidence, eyewitnesses proved to be the least accurate and the most expected one. People expect eyewitnesses to have this supernatural ability to remember everything they saw during a crime scene, but they don't. This was one of the first person convicted, wrongly convicted, and got exonerated. Kirk Butterworth's case is he's a war man in Maryland. He was accused of rape, sexual assault, and murder of a 9-year-old girl. 5 witnesses testified to seeing Bloodworth during the crime scene, which led him to being sentenced to death row, which he later retried and got life sentence in prison. He learned of DNA testing during his time in prison, and he tried for it. And later, they found none of his DNA in any of the victims' belongings, which led to him being released. His consequence is one of the lighter ones. He was jailed for 9 years in prison. He did nothing wrong, but initially he was sentenced to death for gas chamber. There could be many worse. Some people could be sentenced life in prison, and some people could be executed by other means.
So we talk about the Innocent Project. It's found in 1992. It's a national education and public policy organization dedicated to exonerating wrongfully convicted people through DNA testing and reforming the criminal justice system to prevent the future injustice. So the purpose for the Innocent Project is to free the struggling number of innocent people who remain incarcerated and bring reform to the system responsible for their unjust imprisonment. So it works to correct and prevent the wrongful conviction and imprisonment for the innocent person. So both also engage in advocacy to improve the overall fairness and accuracy of the criminal justice system. So this is a case for wrongful convictions. The guy, Malcolm Alexander, the innocent man who served 38 years in a prison. So it's the longest Innocent Project. He was arrested in 1972 based on the deeply flawed and reliable identification procedure and the ineffective trial lawyer. So wrongful conviction can cause the huge harm to the innocent person, their family, and the crime victim and the public. So the Innocent Project is give the gift of the freedom and serve the only hope to the innocent person. So I'll pass to you.
Okay, so my conclusion will be very brief. As presented just now, as we saw, eyewitness is not actually fully reliable, and you guys proved that as well. It should not be the determining factor in actually prosecuting someone, because it can actually lead them to wrongful convictions and prosecutions. And nevertheless, it still remains as an important part of investigation. Thank you very much. That's all from us.